That little 4 easy payments button at checkout feels completely harmless. It isn't a credit card. There's no interest, no big application, no one checking up on you, just a quick tap. And the thing is already yours. But buy now, pay later is still debt. It's simply debt wearing a very convincing disguise. And that disguise is exactly what makes it so easy to walk quietly into trouble. So let's pull the mask off and look at what's really underneath. Before we do, if calm, plain English money that respects your time is what you're after, take a moment and subscribe. This channel is just a few clear money breakdowns a week, no hype and nothing to sell you. Okay, let's talk about the debt that doesn't feel like debt. Buy now, pay later. Then you'll usually see it called pay in 4. Does something clever to your brain. A $90 purchase stops feeling like $90. It quietly becomes $22.50 4 times, pushed out into a future that feels like someone else's problem. And because it's interest-free and takes a single tap, there's almost nothing standing between you and the yes. Everything we know about how people spend points in the same direction. The more painless paying feels, the more we buy, and the more we're willing to spend overall. That is not a glitch. That's the product doing precisely what it was built to do. And notice the quiet sleight of hand in that word free. Interest-free is not the same as free. The cost just moves. Instead of charging you interest, the model leans on merchant fees and on the late fees that appear the moment your neatly spread out plan meets a messy real-life month. You're not being handed a favor. You're being handed a very smooth on-ramp to spending more than you meant to. Here's where it quietly turns against you. Because each plan feels so small, people rarely stop at just one. A pair of shoes on one app, a plane ticket on another, a new phone split across a third. Each one feels tiny and totally manageable on its own. But now 4 or 5 separate payment schedules are running at the same time on different days, out of different apps, and no single statement ever shows you the whole picture. People in the industry actually have a name for this: loan stacking. And it's how someone on a perfectly normal, steady income ends up with hundreds of dollars a month draining out of their account before they've even bought anything new. The debt never felt big because you were never able to see it all in one place. And this isn't a fringe problem for a reckless few. Buy now, pay later has quietly become one of the most common ways people pay, especially for younger adults and anyone whose budget is already stretched thin. It shows up on everyday things now. Groceries, gas, a dinner out, the small forgettable purchases you're most likely to lose track of. When people borrow for the everyday and can't quite see the total, that is the exact recipe for a slow, invisible pileup. There's also a quieter cost, and it's the one that catches careful people. Most budgets are built around a single month. You know your rent, your groceries, your subscriptions. But buy now, pay later scatters little commitments across the next 6 or 8 weeks, straddling 2 or 3 of those monthly budgets at once. So even someone who tracks every dollar can look at this month and feel completely fine, while a stack of last month's tiny yeses sits quietly waiting in the next one. So here's the one idea that fixes almost all of this. Buy now, pay later isn't evil. Used with care, it can genuinely be a free way to spread out a cost you were always going to pay anyway. But it does one quietly dangerous thing. It turns a spending decision into a scheduling problem, and it hides your true total from you. So the single habit that keeps you safe is simple. Treat every pay in 4 as exactly what it is, more debt. If you wouldn't feel comfortable buying the whole thing outright in full today, then that hesitation is your answer. You can't really afford it yet. The payment plan doesn't change that. It just blurs it for a few weeks. If that reframe is clicking, subscribe so the next breakdown finds you. Because this next part is where the quiet costs actually show up. Let me make it concrete. Say that over a couple of months you split 4 ordinary purchases. A $90 pair of shoes, a $200 coat, a $120 gadget, and a $60 night out. One at a time, each feels harmless. But line them all up, and you've quietly committed to roughly $470, sliced into a dozen little payments landing on days you're not really tracking. Then real life happens. One paycheck lands a few days late. One auto payment bounces. And that zero-interest plan suddenly has a late fee attached, often somewhere around $7 or $8 a time, sometimes more. Miss a couple across different apps. And that free convenience has just cost you $30 or $40 in pure fees on money you were always going to spend anyway. And if a missed plan slides far enough, the account can be sent to collections. Which brings us to the part that is genuinely new this year. For a long time, the strangest thing about buy now, pay later was that it was basically invisible. These little loans mostly didn't appear on your credit report at all. You could have 5 of them running at once, and a lender pulling your file would see exactly none of it. Analysts even gave it a nickname, phantom debt. But that is now changing. This kind of borrowing has started stepping onto your credit report. Some lenders have begun reporting these plans to the major credit bureaus, and the big credit scoring companies have built new scoring models designed to fold buy now, pay later borrowing right in. It's still uneven. Not every provider reports yet, and not every lender uses the new scores. So no, a single slip won't automatically wreck your credit tomorrow. But the direction of travel is unmistakable. The thing that used to be invisible is stepping into the daylight, and treating it as if it doesn't count is a bet that gets riskier every single month. So how do you actually use this without swearing it off forever? 4 simple moves. First, add them all up. Open every app you've used, and write the outstanding total in one place, one screen, or one piece of paper. The number is almost always bigger than you guess, and honestly, just seeing it is half the fix. Second, set one clean rule. You only ever split a purchase you could comfortably pay for in full today. That single sentence keeps pay in 4 as a convenience instead of a crutch. Third, protect the payments. Put them on autopay from an account that keeps a little buffer, so a late fee can never sneak up on you. Or better yet, clear the whole balance early the moment you're able. And fourth, put the pause back. Give any non-essential purchase a full day of waiting before you commit. Almost all of the power of buy now, pay later comes from the fact that it removes the pause between wanting and buying. Put that pause back, and you quietly take your power back. So here's the calm truth underneath all of it. Buy now, pay later isn't a scam, and you don't need to be afraid of it. It is simply debt that happens to be very, very good at not feeling like debt. Add it up, only split what you could already afford, protect the payments, and restore the pause before you tap. Do those 4 things, and a tool that quietly works against most people can actually start working for you instead. If this made that little checkout button feel a bit clearer, subscribe and stick around, because next up, we're breaking down how to build a budget that actually survives inflation when prices keep climbing faster than your paycheck does. This is general education, not financial advice. So always check your own numbers and the specific terms of any plan before you lean on it. I'll see you in the next one.